2 years ago, during an F2 race for the Belgian Grand Prix, we lost Antoine Hubert in a crash on the second lap of the feature race. Like it's been since the terrible day, all drivers are going to race for Antoine, and I think I should do my part in the virtual world. So what I did was using the Racing for Antoine sticker for today's video to show my support. Today, we race for Antoine. What's up guys, my name's Tom, welcome back to another video, and today we're here back with the last two question mark challenge. It's been a while. The last one was 3 weeks ago before the summer break at the Hungarian Grand Prix, but today is finally the day. I missed this last question mark challenge, I'm not gonna lie, always having a lot of fun. If you're new to the channel, make sure by the way to subscribe and leave a like, it really motivates me to make more. And today we're going to drive as Sebastian Vettel, so here comes Sebastian Vettel indeed, because we're going to start in last place and we'll see how many positions we can get over the course of a short and sweet 25% race. I don't know anything of what happened. I'm posting this right after the real life qualifying on Saturday. At the moment actually I'm watching FP2 while I'm recording this video. I know that Hamilton struggled a lot during FP1 and Bottas stopped the session, and you can see that it seems that we're going to have some rain for the end of this race, so this is going to really throw a spanner in the works, and actually makes sense because it's going to be raining in this weekend. 5 red lights for the last question mark challenge. It feels really good to go back and it's lights out, and there we go, already overtaking Nicholas Latifi in the wheel, but we're going to be really careful as we go into turn 1. Let's try to take a look around inside both Williamses and the Haas of Nikita Mazepin. Mazepin gets a good run, and we are up into P19. It seems that George Russell overtook as well. Mazepin side by side. We go with Haas through Arouge, now Radillon. This is fantastic stuff, and thankfully we are still alive, which is kind of dangerous to go side by side with Mazepin through Arouge, just imagine. Anyway, here we go through the camel session. Here comes Sebastian Vettel, maybe on George Russell. No, it seems not. We're going to just stick with Schumacher. Round the outside we go, going a little bit wide, maybe a bit of track extending. It's kind of debatable. We ski so much Schumacher that he's been overtaken by Mazepin, so apologies Schumacher. We are good friends, so yeah, don't hate me for that. And let's press on P17. It seems that we're doing a very quiet start. Generally you already gain, you know, we are already like in P13 at this stage of the lap, but it seems not, and we have to be really careful in the ECS game because now we have floor damage and side pod damage, all that stuff, rear wing damage, so we need to be really careful when it comes to overtake someone. We can't do like those banzai kamikaze overtakes like we used to do in the previous games, but you can see Russell really slow, and we're going to try to get some good momentum, and there you have it. Slipstream going to stick to the left hand side of the track. Seems that it's going to be side by side, maybe through Blanchimont. We don't need that too. We have a good speed in this Aston Martin, and we are up into P16 now. Ahead of us we have Kimi Räikkönen as we go through the first time. First we're going to brake, and now we go for the first time through the bus stop chicane as Lewis Hamilton leads the way. So who's going to win the Belgian Grand Prix? Tell me your predictions about this weekend's race. It's going to be really interesting to see, and maybe you guys and maybe myself can do some wizardry and predict something that is going to happen on Sunday. Hopefully we're going to have a mega battle between Hamilton and Verstappen. This time no crashing please. I want a lot of side-by-side action. Anyway, let's focus on the race. Already close to Charles Leclerc, seems to be struggling a lot on that Ferrari, down in P14. It was a nightmare of the race at a real life 2020 Belgian Grand Prix. We're kind of boxed in and we can't overtake Giovinazzi. Now are we going to dare go on the inside through Blanchimont, being a little bit aggressive on the squeeze on Leclerc, so apologies for that, but Giovinazzi going defensive. Here we go, around the outside we go through the bus stop chicane, switching now to the inside, very close margins, almost dusting his side pod, but thankfully I managed to stop the car in time, and now side by side we go through the start finish straight, I should say. I don't know why I was going to say final corner. Now around that side we go through Last Source, who's going to have the better traction. Without a surprise, is going to be the Aston Martin of Sebastian Vettel, up into lucky position 13, and we are already setting personal best, going a little bit on the tier. Now ahead of us we have Yuki Tsunoda. We'll see, maybe I'm smelling a move down the Camel Straight. I think he still has the DRS from Carlos Sainz, but I think that won't stop us to make. You can see that we're already gaining, and we didn't even make Arouge. Making now, and you can see that we're gaining buckets of time. So here we go, ERS on overtake mode, DRS open. I'm going with a low down for setup for this race, so definitely that gives us a huge boost down the straights. Here we go, side by side. It's going going to be bravest on the brakes. It seems that for the moment seems that it's Tsunoda as we step a little bit on the curb, and momentarily I lost the back end of the car, but most importantly we gained the position on Tsunoda, and now we are close to Carlos Sainz. So Ferrari is having a mare in this race. That is quite unbelievable. Hopefully it's not going to be the case, as now look at the speed difference between the Ferrari power unit and the Mercedes power unit. Side by side we go, with Sainz driving for our former team, and we are already very close to the points at the moment. Who's closing down the top 10 is this man ahead of us, the Alpine of Esteban Ocon, the most recent race winner in Formula 1. So let's see if he can set up a move nicely. Maybe it's going to be like Tsunoda in the Camel Straight, so we'll see what we can do about it. Hamilton is still leading this race. Our teammate Lance Stroll is looking pretty nicely, comfortably on the points. We miss massively the apex through Lassos, so definitely that is not going to make us things that easy for us, and maybe Carlos Sainz can have a chance to overtake us down the Camel Straight, but you can see that we're already gaining, so this low down first setup is doing wonders at the moment. I'm not gonna lie, feels a little bit scary to go through Eau Rouge. I can't go flat out thanks to that setup, and here comes Sebastian Vettel on Esteban Ocon, and that is a pretty nice move indeed. I really like this phrase from Crafty saying, here comes Sebastian Vettel. Now we have a spinner! It's Sergio Perez in the Red Bull! So Perez has made a mistake, and Mick Schumacher, oh, he's out of the race. That is really unfortunate, and the safety car has been deployed, and this is the reason why. And maybe of Sergio Perez as well, two incidents at the same time. Maybe that's the reason that we have a safety car. This is Mick Schumacher crawling down the Camel Straight, and this Belgian Grand Prix, the first Belgian Grand Prix, comes to an end. Hopefully it's not going to be the case, but anyway, this is what happened to Sergio Perez, getting very close to the battle with Alonso and Stroll. Oh, it is a very high speed spin. That is very weird to see. Out of nowhere loses the back end of that Red Bull. That is a bizarre spin. He didn't touch any sort of curbs. It was just a question that he, you know, pinned the throttle too early, and they have it. It seems that he's kind of bitch, but it's not the case. You can't be bitch in this game. But anyway, we're coming till the end of the lap, and you can see that the sky is getting darker and darker pretty quickly. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a gamble. Everyone is pulling into the pit lane. Everyone is taking advantage of the safety car to do the stop. What I'm going to do, as I almost broke the safety car rules with the timing, but anyway, I was kind of distracted with the guys on the pits. What we're going to do, we're going to stick in the softest comparative tire and pray to the F1 gods and wait for the rain, and let's go for glory. Let's try to win this race. It's not every single day that you win the last two question mark challenge. Let's try to do with an absolute banger with Sebastian Vettel, my favorite driver, and one of my favorite tracks on the calendar. We lead this race, followed by Lewis Hamilton. Everyone is on the medium comparative tires. We are on old softs, and you can see on lap 7, I don't know if you can see on your screen, is starting to rain. So this can mean big things. We can save one pit stop and we can actually win this race. As the safety car is coming in, I'm going very slowly to get the best exit as I can, because these guys are going to be mega quick. First, we are on an Aston Martin, and if you don't know, when the track is damp, you see a lot of grip difference is bigger than it is when you're racing in the dry. The one tires are absolute trash comparing with the new tires. And actually I'm watching FP2. I'm seeing a helmet cam from Fernando Alonso, but anyway, I need to watch that later as we go through the first time through Eau Rouge. And oh, look at me twitching the wheel. Low downforce setup, dry tires on a damp track is definitely not a good idea. And here comes Lewis Hamilton. This is on an alternate universe. Side by side we go through the Camel Straight, but it's not enough. Hamilton doesn't have enough legs to overtake us, and for the time being, we'll still lead this race. I really want to win this race, but it's not wet enough to go for the intermediates. It's a similar situation like it was in the 2012 Brazilian Grand Prix. We need more rain, we need more water on the track, but you can see that I'm struggling nonetheless, losing the back end left, right and center. And here comes Hamilton again, and he doesn't do anything, and someone's on the inside. It's Lewis Hamilton takes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix, and I'm afraid to say that it's over. We're not going to win this race, even if we pit to the intermediates. Hamilton is going to waltz away massively. Let's watch the replay, how Hamilton managed to pull that move. I went defensive, then switched to the right hand side of the track, which is kind of illegal, and Hamilton eats up the inside in these kind of situations. That is absolutely unbelievable. What a way to take the lead. Kudos to Hamilton. I have to give a round of applause for this amazing move. But anyway, we still have a podium on our hands, and that would be a mega result nonetheless. But the thing is, we are on lap 9, we have 2 laps to go, and the rain is not coming. and we need to pit, otherwise we get the risk of being disqualified if the DRS doesn't get disabled. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pull into the pits and fit the intermediates. It's now or never. It needs to rain a lot. When I say a lot, it has to be a lot in order to be in contention to win this race, and we receive actually a warning from FIA to fit another set of tires as the DRS actually gets enabled once again, so I don't understand that. Anyway, we are in the risk of getting disqualified because we are not fitting any medium tire or hard tire, but I'm going for glory. I don't have nothing to lose. I'm outside of the points. I'm the last of the runners, and it's being an absolute fun race. You have to admit it, and you can see that now ahead of us we are the only guys that are on the intermediate tires. Up the inside we go of Nicholas Latifi on the mediums, and you can see the pace difference. Definitely now it's time for the intermediates, but this is the penultimate lap. I don't see any way that these guys are going to stop on the last lap, and you can see on the minimap no one is pulling into the pits, as now we're getting slipstream from George Russell. This is already the last lap. Side by side we go through our routes. This is not really safe, and you can see actually we cut massively the corner, but it seems that FIA doesn't think that is illegal, so thank you for that. I'll take that every single day of the week. Sergio Perez down in P14 trying to overtake Nikita Mazepin, but no one has pulled into the pits. We're going to be the only ones fitting the intermediates during this race, which is kind of fortunate, but you know, it's a gamble. When it goes well, it goes super well. When it goes wrong, it goes super wrong as we overtake Mazepin. But you can see that the best tire at the moment is the intermediate tire. We are 7 seconds away of Charles Leclerc. I'm going to try to do what I can do, I should say, apologies, if I can at least score a point in this race, but we have half a lap to go. The intermediates are the best tire, however, I think it's still doable to he who is in the slicks. We're gaining on the guys ahead, on everyone. We might be the fastest guy on the track at the moment, but the thing is, we don't have enough laps, and these guys didn't pit, and that is really unfortunate. So it seems that our finishing position, as you can see, I'm losing still the back end in these intermediates. I'm pushing a lot to see if I at least get maybe a move on the bus stop chicane, going a bit onto the grass. So definitely that is not going to help us out, as Lewis Hamilton is going to win this race. Daniel Ricciardo scoring a podium, that would be amazing. He's been struggling a lot in his first year with McLaren. I would be super happy to see Ricciardo scoring a podium. Lewis Hamilton winning the race, going through Blanchimont for the final time, and it's kind of fortunate, but you know, I had a lot of fun. I took the gamble, it didn't work, it happens, it's Formula 1, it can be amazing, it can be cruel sometimes. Here we go, final corner, and that is going to be P13. So I think this is the first time that I finish outside of the points in the last two question mark challenge. This is the first time in a while. It's something that you don't see every single day, but like I said, I had a lot of fun, and actually this was the first race that I had to deal with a safety car, as we gained the prize of driver of the day, so thank you for that. And like I was saying, this was the first safety car that I had to deal in this year's game, which it was a good way to introduce the safety car, being on first place, watching that beautiful Mercedes. Hopefully it's not going to be a 1-2 out Belgium. Hopefully we can see Hamilton and Verstappen fighting for the first place, or maybe we can have an unusual winner like it was Esteban Ocon. I would like for example to see Norris winning. He completely deserves it. And remember that probably, most likely, we're going to have some rain in qualifying and the race. And remember that the last race had some rain in the beginning and we got an absolute classic. So let's hope for that at Spa, one of the jewels of the calendar and one of my favorite tracks on the calendar as well. But guys, if you reached here, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave the like, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. A lot of F1 content is coming to this channel and you for sure don't want to miss it. Thank you so much for the support that you guys are giving on the channel lately. At the moment my channel is already regaining, you know, the momentum that it used to have a few months ago, so now I'm more than motivated to keep doing videos. But it's time to finish the video. That has been me for today. My name's Tom, and I'll see you guys on a brand new video next time. But for now, take care.